Bennett, do you have a question to ask? Do you want to go on a writing date with my mom? So I just got out of work. It's Friday afternoon. I'm thinking I'm gonna go get some writing done, and I'm gonna take you guys along with me on a little writing date. First things first, here is the fit. I just got all the way to my writing spot to find that my computer is only at 25%. I don't know if you guys heard that. To find that my computer is only at 25%. So I'm a little bummed, but I'm gonna write for as long as I can with the battery that I have, and then I guess I will have to head home at some point and write there. But this is the setup outside, and the breeze is nice. It's beautiful outside, so I'm hoping I can get a good amount of work done. I'm really excited. I rewrote a new first chapter the other night, just because I kind of decided to start my book earlier on than I had. So my original first chapter is going to end up being like chapter 5 or 4 or somewhere in there. So anyway, I think it'll help add a lot of depth and get the characters and the audience kind of acquainted with each other before some plot development starts happening, or heavy plot development anyway. So anyway, I slid everything back a bit, and I think that also is going to help me with just getting some more density in the book and more to work with. So anyway, I also went on a random... One thing that has kept me inspired throughout the whole writing process, and something I did even really early on in getting this book together, was creating a mock-up cover. And that has just helped me keep centered and focused on the vibe of the book and like where I'm headed, what I'm doing. And I actually just did a redesign of it earlier this week after finishing, like getting roughly close to done is really what I mean, with the first draft of the novel. So I did a kind of redesign of the cover with how I'm feeling now that I've finished the first like version of the project and am kind of heading into revising. So it feels better now. It was a complete shift from what I had. And now it like feels like it hit me in the gut when I saw it, of just like, that is it. That is what I'm going for with this book. So anyway, I'm really excited. I'm hoping to do a video down the line of just kind of cover design and the vibe for this book and what I've been going for, and the vibe for the whole trilogy. But I got the idea from Brielle Writes, her page. I love her channel. She actually is a big inspiration for why I started this channel. But she did a whole opening of her first draft, and ordering it through Barnes & Noble and everything. And so that was a huge inspiration for me to just kind of get a cohesive cover that I'm excited about, because I'm really excited to have a first edition of what this book was. And if the cover changes again down the road, then that's cool to even have like the first version of what I created physically. So anyway, thanks to Brielle for that. And I'm really excited to eventually get to that point with my novel as well. I'm hoping I can get to that point this summer within the next, it's about to be June tomorrow. So I'm hoping that within July, maybe, I can get to a point where I can order a version for August or September to come in. So anyway, let's get to writing, and I will check back with you guys a little later when my computer is probably dead. Okay, I got about 1,000 words in, but my computer is at 8%, so I've only been out here for like 35 minutes, but I'm gonna head back to my house so I can plug this in, eat a snack, and keep working on it. But I think I finished up the first chapter, the rewrite. Last time I kind of got halfway through it, but now I'm at 62,377 words, so it's fun to just continue to see it grow, but I'm excited to keep going and get moving on the rest of it. So let's get home, get a snack, and continue writing. Okay, so I got back, munched on some popcorn for a while. I reworked a little bit of the cover again, because my mom actually had a pretty good idea for it. So I changed some stuff. Not that that really even is anything I need to be working on at this point, but like I said, keeps me inspired. So I'm gonna get back to writing now and hopefully get another few thousand words in for the night. It'd be great if I could make it a 3,000 word evening. So yeah, let's get back to writing. It is the next day, it's Saturday. I ended up writing for about 2 hours last night, wrote around 1,500 words, and then we had friends come over for dinner and hang out. So went to bed pretty late, didn't work on the writing again. But I'm gonna carry the writing vlog into today because my husband and I are gonna go get coffee at a local coffee shop. He's gonna work on some master's homework. I'm gonna get some writing done. It's a rainy, gloomy day here, which always is like, for some reason, the weather that motivates me the most or gets the most creative juices flowing for me. I think it's because it like feels like it fits the vibe of part of the world that I'm writing in. But anyway, we're gonna go get some coffee and get to writing. Also, I cut my finger last night. Not even cutting up ingredients for dinner. It was after that. It was when I was just washing the knife. So here is the fit check for today. Got my vintage Steelers sweatshirt, which I love. A pair of absolutely enormous and comfortable jeans and some white sneakers. So let's do this. I just left the coffee shop. I'm now a little over 64,000 words, so I'm not even sure how many I've written so far today, but I finished up the first chapter, or the new first chapter, and wrote the second one. I'm now moving into the third one, and I'm really liking the decision I made to shift the book to start at an earlier point. I think it gives the reader a lot more context as to why what was the first chapter is significant. So it also just makes it less, you know, when you like read a book and the world building is just too much in one spot and it's not like evenly spaced out or naturally integrated, so then you just kind of get overwhelmed with a bombardment of information all in one thing. That's definitely what I was trying to avoid when I first started writing this project, but didn't avoid well enough. So the first chapter, as I reread and like finished up the first draft of the book, realized that is what it was. So the way I'm starting the book now definitely gives more room for soft integration that feels natural to the book and probably more cohesive to the reader. At least I'm hoping that once I go back and reread all of this new content, that's what it feels like. So I'm also happy that I'm almost halfway to, well, I'm over halfway to 70,000 words, but like between 60 and 70, I'm almost at 65. So that feels good. It feels like good progress versus on Monday was when I hit 60,000 and it's now Saturday. So it feels good to have a 4,000 word week under my belt. If I could hit 70 by the end of this weekend, get another 6,000 words in, then that would be super exciting, because then if I can keep that train rolling and write another 10 and get to 80 or 85 within the next 2 weeks, then I would feel like I'm in a good point to go back and heavily revise and rework. So anyway, that's kind of the update right now. I'm gonna go home and get some lunch, and then I'll catch back up with you guys as we move forward with the rest of the day. Just got home, got some oatmeal, and I'm just gonna keep writing for a little while and see how much more I can get done before I have to end off this vlog. I don't want this to be 8 years long, so I may have to cut it off before I like really finish writing for the weekend. But yeah, I'm gonna write for a little bit and then I will probably let you know whatever my final word count is when I end off this video. And then yeah, so let's get to writing. I just hit 65,000 words, so I think I'm gonna wrap up this video for today. I'm also at a really close point to the chapters I added to the beginning of the book, being able to segue into the chapters I already had in part 1. So that should help me feel like the beginning of the book is at a more cohesive point. I do feel like I added enough to the beginning that I'm gonna have to go back through all of part 1 and heavily edit some material, and then there'll be some things I need to add into part 2, but I won't have to rework as much of the structure as I will with part 1. But like I said, I think it's all gonna make it stronger in the long run. And then I'm still missing the first half of part 3, so that will be the next big step after I finish kind of writing this new material for part 1. I need to go in and integrate the end of part 2 to the end of part 3 by writing the beginning of part 3. This all makes sense in my head, but sometimes I don't know if it makes sense when I say it out loud. But anyway, I'll check back in with you guys as I get to that point. Hopefully in a separate video, I'll be able to go over the progress that I've made and kind of go over the structure of the book and what I'm planning on doing for revising and getting close to the point where I'm ready to start revising. And then I also want to do a video on kind of like my creative process as I've been going through this and kind of all the things I have in place to help me as a writer when I hit writer's block and when I, you know, am on a roll or hit a slump and all the things that we all deal with. So I might do a different video soon that's less a writing vlog and more so me just talking to you guys about my creative process and all that stuff, because I think it's so interesting to hear about other people's creative process. So I don't know if you guys would be interested to hear mine, but anyway, if you've made it this far in the video, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it as I'm trying to build community here on this channel. You can leave a comment about what you liked about this video or what you're excited to see or would like to see on this channel, and I'd really appreciate it. So I will catch up with you guys next time, and thank you so much for watching.